I think it's finally time to talk about my favorite spring and summertime vanillas in my collection. As a vanilla psychopath, this is one of my favorite videos to make, and these are in no particular order, so let's get right into it. You'll have to excuse my voice, I just got off live, so I might be a little bit raspy. First up, we have a fragrance that I think is incredibly underrated, even though almost everyone that I speak to loves it. I'm talking about Ellis Brooklyn's Vanilla Salt. If you like fragrances like Juliet Has a Gun vanilla vibes, then you will love Vanilla Salt. And Juliet Has a Gun vanilla vibes is not on this list, and it's because I already have this. And I really feel like this is just a slightly sweeter, more mass appealing take on that style of DNA. I'm not saying it's trying to dupe it, but they are similar salty vanilla type of fragrances. I just think that the Juliet version leans a lot more into the musk, whereas this one has that musk vibe to it, but it has the salty vanilla. It feels like you are at the beach and you took a nice hot shower with all of your vanilla products. You put on your vanilla, I don't know, tanning lotion or your vanilla sunscreen. You got your vanilla'd out, but because you're outside and it's hot, you are sweating a little bit, but you're still like freshly cleaned. And you also have the beach saltwater air rolling all around you. All of that in a bottle, to me, is Vanilla Salt. It's a little bit sweaty, but in a good way, not in like a bad, funky way, in like a musky way. You get the salt, but it's not too overdone, and you still get this vanilla. It's super fresh, super addictive, and just a perfect beach type of vanilla scent. If you have not already smelled this, oh my goodness, please, please check this one out. It's fantastic. Next up, we've got the lightest fragrance that I think Lattafa has ever created, but I still like it. I'm talking about Nebras Elixir. This could not be any more different from the original Nebras, which was inspired by the Billie Eilish vanilla fragrance. This one is very soft, almost Play-Doh-y, whipped cream, milk candy type of vanilla. It's very airy, it's very fluffy. This is a fragrance that you don't have to worry about being too heavy or dense. I think it's very safe to wear around most people. And it just has this light, airy prettiness to it that I think makes it really, really addictive. You also have a little bit of heliotrope in the heart, so you're gonna get a little bit of powderiness. Not too much, but it's definitely there. So if you're looking for a very soft, not loud vanilla that's going to be super airy, highly recommend checking out Nebras Elixir by Lattafa. Next up, we have a fragrance that I really feel is not reflected properly through its name. I'm talking about Michael Malul's Vanilla and Cream. So, of course, when you read the name, you just think, okay, so it's going to smell like vanilla and cream. But no, it really smells like a lot of delicious fruit on top of like a bed of vanilla and cream. And because of the amount of fruit and because of how fluffy the cream is, this is a fragrance that you can absolutely wear in hot weather. It's not too heavy, it's not too dense, and it's so good. Like the way that they've done the nectarine and the other citrus fruits in this fragrance is addictively delicious. So, so good. I really feel like Michael Malul is a niche brand that, in my opinion, doesn't get enough attention or hype when he really has a lot of great fragrances. And this is definitely one of them that I'd recommend checking out if you haven't already. Next up, I have another cream vanilla fragrance that is also really soft and airy, even softer than honestly anything on this list, that you could absolutely wear it year round and definitely in spring and summertime. And this is an affordable niche brand. I'm talking about Le Monde Gourmand. You have probably already seen them in stores like Ulta. Like I mentioned, they do niche fragrances, but they are affordable, which is nice to find. You can usually find their fragrances for less than like $40, which is really nice. And their cream vanille is one of their better ones. This is not a super loud fragrance. It is not going to last, 12 hours on your skin. It's not beast mode. What it's meant to be is a light, intimate, closer to the skin type of fragrance that I think is really, really nice. So if you're someone who's like, I want a vanilla, but I truly want it to be soft. I don't want anyone who is, 5 feet away from me to necessarily smell it. I really want it to be closer to me. This is definitely one that I think would fit that type of criteria. Next up, we have a fragrance that is definitely soft, but very still fresh and musky clean to me. I'm talking about Anna Abiyed Poudre, inspired either by Black Tie by Celine or Narciso Rodriguez Poudre. It just depends on who you speak to, honestly. But this is fantastic. This is a powdery, light vanilla type of scent profile that is so easy to wear year round. It's not too dense. It's not too heavy. It feels elegant. It feels elevated. Fantastic. This is one of those quiet luxury type of vanillas that I really, really enjoy. And I know I usually say I don't like powdery scents, but this type of powderiness in a bottle is fantastic. Super feminine and would have no issue wearing this on a hot day. Next up, we have a Gourmand. I know people don't usually think of Gourmands on super hot weather unless, you live in a all year round hot type of climate. But I really think that this is a Gourmand that anyone could get away with regardless of where you live. And even if you don't like heavy gourmands, I don't think this is a heavy gourmand at all. I'm talking about Cudlej's Empire Victor. To me, Empire Victor is like a vanilla caramel cotton candy. There's no cotton candy notes in this fragrance, but it has that type of texture to me. It's very fluffy. And it kind of feels like, when you start to eat cotton candy and the cotton candy starts to crystallize or melt onto your skin? This has that vibe to me in some aspects. It's hard to make sense of, but I really enjoy it. You also get, of course, a little bit of this citrusy lemon, but I don't think that's the main star of this fragrance. I really feel like it's the vanilla and caramel with a little bit of citrus. It's so good. This has been compared to Devotion. I don't think it smells like Devotion at all. I just think it's a vanilla caramel cotton candy with a little bit of lemoniness to it. Fantastic. And because of its fluffy nature, really, really easy to pull off in very hot weather. Next up, we have what I consider to be the best Gucci fragrance from their floral line. I'm talking about Gucci Gorgeous Orchid. So Gucci Gorgeous Orchid is phenomenal. It is such a beautiful vanilla orchid fragrance. It is sweet, but it is not too sweet. It has ozonic notes. So it really feels like they've somehow captured air and put it into the bottle. And it just makes it feel super fresh, but still pretty and perfect for springtime. Like if I were to have a garden, which I don't, I would want it to smell like Gucci Gorgeous Orchid. Truly, truly fantastic. And if you're looking for something that is going to be very similar, but a lot more affordable, I'd highly recommend checking out Airy by Lattafa. Airy is very similar to Gucci Gorgeous Orchid, but in my opinion is a thicker, denser, heavier type of DNA, but it really does capture the overall scent profile, also lasts longer on my skin. So which one would I pick up to wear on a day? It really depends on, do I want something that's gonna be heavier, but still light orchid, or do I want something super airy, super ozonic, in which case I'll stick with the original. Both great, just depends on what kind of vibe you're looking for at that moment. Next up, we've got one of the most popular fragrances on TikTok, in my opinion, right now, and for good reason. I really, really like this fragrance. I'm talking about Zenith from Riffs. So Zenith from Riffs, this is inspired by Queening from Mind Games. Queening from Mind Games does not last very long on my skin, so I think that this is a fantastic alternative, lasts longer, is also a little bit sweeter, and I think that additional sweetness adds actually just more mass appeal to the overall scent profile. You get a bit of coconut, but not enough to make it like a tropical scent. Creamy notes, powdery notes, a little bit of a woody base, super fresh, super unique vanilla that I think is wonderful year round, but really shines in spring and summertime type of weather. So would highly recommend Zenith. Next up, we've got one of my all-time favorite green vanilla niche perfumes. I actually think it's the best green vanilla niche perfume in my opinion. I'm talking about Guerlain's Angelique Noir, worth every single dollar. I really, really love this fragrance. I'm thinking about trying the Dua one. I actually thought I ordered it, apparently I didn't order it. So I am gonna try the one from the Dua brand just to see. I'm very curious. How close can, a fragrance get to this one? I've yet to smell a fragrance that to me has ever produced a one-to-one to any of the Guerlain vanilla-y type of fragrances, but maybe it'll happen, who knows? But anyways, this is a green vanilla. You get this almost bitter Angelica note that somehow manages to play nicely with this Guerlain vanilla. And you would think that it would clash, but it doesn't. It somehow ends up being very fresh, but still slightly warm and sweet. And it just feels so chic and sophisticated. And like some Guerlain fragrances, this one really has great projection and longevity. Fantastic. Would always get this one again. Will always keep this in my collection. This is just a staple to me. Next up, we've got another really good designer fragrance. This one is going to be from Valentino. We are talking about Valentino Green Extravaganza. So this is my favorite Valentino fragrance, and it's because I love how fresh it is. This, I think, could fit the category of either a tea fragrance or a vanilla fragrance. The main notes that we have are tea, Lapsang Souchong tea, along with jasmine and vanilla in the base. But I really feel like I get the vanilla throughout the entire fragrance. So to me, it's a green vanilla. It's fantastic. Fresh, smooth, has a little bit of that almost powdery nature to it that all of the Valentinos have to me. And even though it's fresh and green, it doesn't end up being too fresh and green to where it smells like just the vegetable juice. The vanilla really helps to ground it. And I think it's just a very mass appealing DNA. If you're looking for a cheaper alternative to this one, Mia Dolcese Verde by Maison Alhambra. This is fantastic. It's very close to the original, not a one-to-one, but close enough that the difference in the price point, I think makes it a very, very good alternative if you wanna see what that scent profile would be like without having to spend, over $100. this is a fantastic one to check out. Next up, we've got a new addition to my collection. This just came in, I think, like last week. This is the new Dolzura by Paris Corner, Dolzura Vanille Envy. And this is inspired by the Louis Vuitton Phantasmagorie fragrance. I really feel like the main difference between this one and the original Louis Vuitton fragrance is that this one is softer. Like, it's not as pungent, it's not as thickety, but it still manages to have better longevity, which I really enjoy. And that additional softness to me makes it a more wearable almond vanilla scent. I also like the Rome Phantasmagorie one, but for the spring and summertime on a hot day, if I had to pick one, I'm picking the one that's not quite as heavy, not as dense, the one that's more airy. It's a beautiful scent. If you like almond and vanilla and you want it to be expressed in a soft way, Dolzura is a fantastic one to check out. And then lastly, one that you guys are probably so sick of hearing from me, but I feel like I can't talk about vanillas without talking about this one. Cud Lege's Vanille Blanc. I love this. I really do. It is a powdery sugar vanilla with an apple note on top of a few different wood notes like cashmere wood. And it's not heavy and dense. That powdery sugariness makes it still fluffy, even though you kind of have this like silky woodiness throughout it. I think it's a great year-round vanilla. Not at all too hot or too dense or heavy or too gourmand to be afraid of wearing in the summertime. It's fantastic. And it's still very long lasting on the skin, a must have. So let me know which of these you guys have tried. What are some of your favorite vanillas to wear in the spring and summertime? Or would you wear any kind of vanilla, even like a YSL baby cat on an 85-degree weather? Please let me know. And I will see you guys back tomorrow for our next episode.